Hi guys, how are you? Before starting, I just want to warn you about my hands. So, I don't know if you can see. I hope you don't, but I think you do. But they look creepy and disgusting as fuck. So, I have an explanation for them. I don't know if it's a good explanation, but I have one. And it's that I dyed my hair black-ish. It's kind of blue, but it's supposed to be black. And I did that yesterday, and I didn't wear gloves. I know, stupid, but it's me. And I washed my hands like 1,000 times, and just still there. It was worse. It was way worse, but it's still there. By the way, I did a video in showing how I changed my hair. So if you're interested in that stuff, it's going to be in my channel if you want to check it out. It's probably going to be up there before this one, so it's already there if you're watching this. Now that we got all that out of the way, we can go back to the subject of the video. Why you should be grateful to those who bullied you. I know that sounds contradicting. It did for me for a long time, but stick with me and hopefully I'll explain it to you. I really believe this to be true, like so much that I'm writing my second book, and in the introduction, or those words you put at the beginning, I don't know how you call those, sorry, I wrote thank you to those who believed in me and thank you to those who didn't. And to be honest, I really don't know who I'm more thankful for. The ones who believed in me or the ones who didn't. The ones who believed in me, first of all, they're not too many. And in that group, there's some of them that I actually convinced to believe in me, so they don't even count. Like, that's not cheerleading someone if they convince you to. And also, although like support and encouragement are clearly very motivational and something to be grateful for, I don't know if it pushes you as much as the people who don't believe in you. Like, doesn't like proving them wrong, like, I don't know, it's so invigorating. I don't know, it pushes you further. I think it does, to me anyways. Like, we are like 1,000 kind of personalities, and maybe that's not the way you are, but you should be, in the sense that it's very likely to have people that are not going to believe in you, but it's not that likely that you're going to always have someone like just patting him back and saying like, I support you, I believe in you, you're going to be okay. Like, that's supposed to be you. That person is supposed to be you. All the rest could be in the other group, and you should be just fine because you got yourself to believe in you. So to get my point across, let's go back to my childhood for a second. I still have bully today in my life, from just like jokes from my friends and family. That's the way like I developed those relationships, I guess. And also all these social media haters and criticizes, and I don't know, I'm exposing myself here clearly, so I do get a lot of bully from the world for doing that. But let's go to the actual bully that I mean, and the actual part of my life that made me who I am. I still, even though I still have that bully, and I didn't know how to deal with it back then. I dealt with it then, and I deal with it now in the exact same way that I think the way you should deal with it, that is not dealing with it. The difference is that back then it would get to me, and now it doesn't. So this was in Buenos Aires, Argentina. That's where I was born, although not my mother or my father are from there. That's where they started, like the second part of the family, and that's where I was born. I didn't have any relatives there, and somehow I ended up in this school that had nothing to do with my parents' values or family values, or even nothing to do with the style of them. It was like this rich kids, spoiled rich kids school. I think I just ended up there because my parents, especially my mom, probably wanted me to have a good English foundation, and it is a British school, and I don't know how many other there are there that were like accessible to us, so I think that's how I ended up there. And I think they did have a good like English foundation, but I completely forgot everything I learned there, and then I had to learn it all over again to go to when I moved to New York. And I'm still, clearly my English has a lot of work to do. I'm far from perfect, but I'm communicating, so that's good enough for now. So my mom was, especially back then, very like hippie and laid back, and my father was super traditional and strict in a Chilean way, I guess. My mom is Cuban, my father is Chilean, by the way. But I'm still grateful and thankful for them to put me in that awful school, because one, I got my best friend there. She's my best friend till this day, and she's actually been in my channel before, and who, by the way, even she couldn't like hold back her laugh sometimes that they bullied me. Like if someone would say something really creative that time or really horrible, because she actually gets this like nervous laugh when someone says something really terrible or something really like uncomfortable happens. She would laugh too, and I would be like, yo, really? You're like my only friend here. You're not like I'm not expecting you to have my back, but at least like don't fucking laugh, you know? Whatever. I still love her to death, and I'm also grateful to the guys that bullied me, because they made me. So why, right? Like, why me? For a lot of reasons. First of all, and I think actually one of the strongest ones, stupid enough, it was that I was fat. And apparently that matters more than everything that I'm going to say next. Appearances are everything in this world. And yeah, that was like the main cause of love. And in that place, there was no like other fat kids at all. Like everyone, I don't know, but yeah, that was one of the reasons. I can do a video on that story too, like all my weight, diet, and body changing journey, if you're interested in. The other thing was my accent, like especially when I was like younger, because my mom is Cuban and my father is Chilean, and I was in Argentina. I was like learning to speak a Spanish that was completely messed up accent wise, and that was funny for them too. Also that I was extremely shy, like I didn't talk, I wouldn't speak at all, I just couldn't, like nothing. That continued to be true for a long time. Like if you tell that girl from those times that I was going to be doing this, I would just have laughed like, no, that's never gonna happen. Then the other thing is that all the nerdy stuff that you can't even imagine, I would be into it. Like I was in like a poem or literature kind of like a workshop that I loved, by the way. And I was in like ballet and I loved literature. I was just like all the things that are so cool, I was into. I mean, now maybe they're cool, they weren't back then at all. It was like, I don't know, I was clearly not into sports, which was the cool thing. And by the way, this school, like it was very like almost like Harry Potter-ish. Like they would have like these houses, we wore like different colors and I don't know, whatever. And so I feel like one of the core values of the school was competition. Just like a part thing. Basically, I was bullied because of being who I was, which I actually never even tried to change. back then at least, if it was like if I couldn't, I would want to be normal, I would want to be like everyone else. At the same time, I wouldn't even try. I was like, I'm just not, like, I'm not, whatever. I accepted my one only friend and continued going. It was bad. Like, kids were really, really cruel. I still like hear like an Argentinian kid, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, it gives me like chills. They were so cruel. So that did make me really sad. I was like extremely sad, and I clearly didn't like myself either, and I hated not being accepted, and that developed into a depression. Then we moved to Chile, and I just, that like darkness and sadness and all that things just became like part of me. Like I didn't even have sense anymore. Maybe it was just who I was at that point. Because of all this, I developed a thick skin. I kind of had and have a skill that most of them don't, and most people don't, and it's that I can be undeniably me. I'm myself, and always been, since ever. Like, I would go into high school, then college, now the world, and be myself and do whatever I want, and be like, what's the worst that would happen? That you won't like me, that you won't accept me, that you will criticize me, that you will laugh at me, that you would talk behind my back. That's okay. I grew up that way. I'm used to it. I kept going. I'm okay. So I don't know. That sounds stupid, but having that, it's amazing. I literally hear my friends and people say all the time, like, if I do that, what they're going to think. If I publish that, I don't know if people are going to like it. If I put that picture out, are people going to put, I don't know, whatever, everything, just everything. They second guess themselves all the time. And I do second guess myself. I'm not like a superhuman or something, but I do it like myself. I don't care about other people. I overthink myself because of me. It's not like I don't care about other people. I'm not like that. I cut my hair really short when I was in high school, and no one did, and it was a very like, I don't know. Then I went to college, and I was in a business school, and I had like pink hair and a very hippie outfit that I would make myself, by the way. And I don't know, I just kept doing whatever I wanted and thinking the way I did, and I don't know. The only opinion I never overcame, like the only people's thoughts that I took too much into account, were my parents. That's how I ended up in a business school in the first place, which I didn't like, and which I still regret I went to. Even though I finished it, even though I have my paper and it's in my resume and everything, I would give anything to get those 6 years back and do something else, and go to an art school and find a place where I belonged. Like, I was so not from there, to develop my art style in an early age. I don't know, to have fun. It was my youth years, and I feel like I wasted them there. Not wasted them, but it wasn't a good investment. Although I did make friends that I love till this day, that they're completely different to me, but I still love them. Even though my parents never pushed me to be there, I knew they wanted me to. I knew their opinion in careers and my life and everything, and I couldn't not care about it. I couldn't just like ignore it and do what my soul told me to. Again, I'm not resentful to my parents at all. I know everything they said to me and everything they wanted and want from me, it's out of love, because they think it's the best for me and they want me to be safe and have a secure career. I'm just resentful to myself to not be undeniably myself there too. But I will now. I am now. I'll follow what I know I have to follow, and it's going to be a long, hard journey. And I know that my parents will support me if I just do it, and they will be even, I think they're going to be even more proud if I make it how I want to than if I make it like they want to. It's just like because it's harder, they don't want me to go through that path. That's it for me today. That was hard to do. Okay, I'm done. So anyways, if you like this video, please give it a like. It helps me and my career, the one that I actually want, to continue and grow. Leave a comment in what you think about this. Were you a bully? Did you got bullied in school, or do now, or I don't know, whatever. And subscribe if you want to see more of my content. That's it. Bye you all. Peace out.